Miss 5250 here. Crazy for justice. Alright, this is not what I meant when I said part 2 on that last video. Here we go. Yeah, why do I have Fresno PD at my door?
Someone had called in the neighborhood and thought they may have heard some screaming, and we just want to make sure you're okay. That's it.
Someone.
Yes, an anonymous caller.
An anonymous caller.
Yes, ma'am.
Isn't that interesting? Am I allowed to hear that? Someone sent the cops over here Saturday morning too. They said that there was yelling all night long. There was a short argument at like 1:30 or 2 in the morning, and the cops came at 6 a.m. and woke everybody up, and then woke the neighbor up because they didn't. I guess they didn't know who called. It was someone. And they're calling my neighbor. Dispatch is calling my neighbor, asking if she called. So, and now you're telling me someone. I went to a council meeting today and dished on Jerry Dyer, and now I got 2 cops at my door. Oh, that's not suspicious at all, is it? Oh, then just anonymous callers.
Yes, ma'am. Are you okay?
I'm pretty pissed off that I got cops at my door. Because free speech is illegal now.
I'm sorry, say that again.
Free speech. First Amendment. Come talk through the screen right here. If you can't hear me.
You said free speech is legal?
Illegal. What? Can either one of you tell me the basics of the First Amendment? You don't have to recite it by heart, but you should know what it covers.
Ma'am, we're just here to make sure that you're okay. That's all we're here for.
And I'm not okay if 2 people with guns that are supposed to have sworn an oath to the Constitution can't explain the Fifth Amendment to me. I mean the First Amendment.
We're just here to see if you're okay. Are you okay, or do you need our help?
The First Amendment. Do you know it? Yes or no?
Ma'am,
Do you know it? Yes or no?
You're entitled to freedom of speech and whatever you'd like to say, ma'am.
Okay, freedom of speech. That's one.
Okay?
There's 4 more.
Need any
There's 4 more.
Because there's other calls that
I know. So you should just tell me the 4 other parts of the First Amendment so that, I can feel better.
Okay, ma'am. If you do need police assistance...
All right, well, let me educate you. Really, it's real quick. All you need is 5 fingers. Freedom of speech, freedom of religion, freedom of press, freedom of assembly, and freedom to petition your government for your grievances, which is what I was doing today. And now I have 2 Fresno PD at my door. That's what I'm talking about, the First Amendment. There's 5 parts to it. So, before you come back here again, you too, personally, consider that it's probably harassment because of your chiefdyer.com. Look that up. John Lang. You guys know who that is? You should.
Alright, have a good day.
Because that is nothing but corruption down there at Fresno PD. That's why you guys hand out 90 days for your arraignment, because you don't care about the 6th Amendment either. Fucking 4th Amendment. Nothing. Oh yeah, I was already pissed off from the council meeting. So I did speak at the council meeting, but this was a little side mission. I got there a little late. It was very hard to park. And I did notice that there were a lot of city vehicles parked in meter spaces and in the public parking that is on the north side of the building. So anyway, that was my little side mission to check out their vehicles. You can see my issues with the DMV, and they have the same problem. Yo, shout out Rolando at the Fresno DMV. Okay, so council parking. There were 3 vehicles with no front license plate and 1 vehicle with their back license plate blocked. this may seem like a petty thing, and it is a small thing, but if they're not going to follow these rules, California Vehicle Code, no one's going to make them. They don't care. They don't feel like they need to set an example for anybody. And, they can do what they want while Fresno PD runs around giving tickets for this stuff. That can turn to warrants, that can lead to, cops putting their hands on you. It's ridiculous. That's the last council member's car. Now, the regular city employees are across the tracks. And, they don't have a front license plate either. So then we have city council staff parking. And I found 8 or 10 over there, and here's a couple. This one here, is an infraction, vehicle code infraction. And they're very close to being expired. It's May now, so we'll see next council meeting. We'll look for this one. And then there was this white car that didn't have any markings on it, but then I noticed the tag. And the tag is like a fleet vehicle, but it doesn't say City of Fresno anywhere. And so I don't know who drives this, if it's a spare, for them to use or whatever. But I have a whole more parking that I'm going to talk about. This was just to get out this outrageous, police at my door. For what? They don't know. I didn't get their names. I didn't get the incident number, so I have to follow up with that. I expressed my grievances, and I had cops at my door within 2 hours. That's insane. That is Nightmarica, people. It sure is Nightmarica. But enough of that. In honor of Mental Health Awareness Month, this is my zen, my recharging of my batteries. I've got extra gear for like 4 adults, a couple of kids. This spot right here is totally underwater right now, but I have plenty of places. I have extended this invitation to Daz and to Bob with the Fresno Homeless. I've also reached out to the San Joaquin crew. I think everyone would love to see the San Joaquin boys out on the San Joaquin. Head a little farther north, and you've got Tulare County Cop Watch. Then north of Fresno, we've got Calitito up in Sacramento. And to the west, Susan Bassey near the coast. Any auditors, open invitation. Let's get out on the river. Relieve some of this stress. All right. I'm going to be putting out more. I'm not going to stop. I'm going to keep pushing. Thanks for hanging in there. Be well and be free. And always film the police.